The Steelers prove with this that they made the right choice. Check out the details. For weeks, the Pittsburgh Steelers and veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers have been paired together, despite little progress toward an actual deal. He's taken a visit, spoken highly of the organization, and heard the team express optimism at various points in his free agency. Yet, Rodgers hasn't put pen to paper, leaving the Steelers with Mason Rudolph and sixth-round rookie Will Howard as candidates to start. There's still a very real chance that Rodgers signs on for a farewell tour in Pittsburgh. Until then, Western Pennsylvania will have to make do with less-than-ideal options under center. Rudolph, as the veteran, is widely expected to start in a non-Rodgers timeline. But his footing might not be as solid as his experience might indicate. Making the case for the Steelers to start Howard isn't particularly difficult, even with his Day 3 draft capital holding him back. Help in the run game. The most tangible reason why Pittsburgh might turn to the Ohio State product is his athleticism and immediate boost to the run game. If Howard thought his athleticism would have earned him an earlier call, he would have run the 40 during the pre-draft cycle. Instead, he opted for fine agility and acceleration numbers and trusted that teams would take his production into account. Howard isn't overly fast, but his experience in quarterback run-heavy offenses lends itself to optimism about his effectiveness in short-yardage situations. Whether he's occasionally pulling the ball on a read option or picking a hole on a designed quarterback power, Howard has shown a willingness to carry the rock. The mere threat of Howard running helps Caleb Johnson and Jaylen Warren, too, as defenses are forced to acknowledge the quarterback's presence. Pro-ready skill set. Howard didn't fall to round 6 because of the lofty development he needs to become a starter. He fell because teams aren't willing to draft backup quarterbacks early, and that's his most likely projection. That renders him a low-upside starter and a right-tailed outcome, but his competency can keep Pittsburgh afloat. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has persevered through Rudolph and Kenny Pickett, Duck Hodges, and mid-season quarterback controversies. The likelihood that Howard, who rarely puts the ball in harm's way and gets the ball out quickly, is the exception feels unlikely. Howard can operate the quick game, has modest tools, and is responsible with the football. Pittsburgh's offense wouldn't ask him to do much more, especially if he just does enough downfield to remain viable. Lack of others' upside. Yes, Howard's low ceiling hurt his draft stock and ensuing projection. But there is upside in the unknown, and there's very little upside in starting Rudolph. Among the 57 quarterbacks with 800-plus plays since 2018, Rudolph has 813. He ranks 38th in expected points added per play. The only 2025 starters with lesser marks are Joe Flacco/Kenny Pickett, Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, and Bryce Young. Darnold and Fields are coming off career years in 2024. Rudolph went 1-4 on the worst team in the league and threw as many touchdowns as interceptions. The biggest piece of giving Howard the green light is that his only real competition is Rudolph. Unless Rodgers decides to play, the Steelers have no choice but to consider the rookie.